Hello, welcome to another episode of Scrapped. This is episode 7, and my name is Candace Anderson. Today we are going to be featuring the Everyday You and Me kit. A couple of my friends have already featured the kit and shown you their ideas, and today I get to share some of my ideas. So we are going to get started here. Let me just turn on my other camera real quick. All right. So, first, I want to show you the difference. I believe Linda showed you the kit itself, what you get. This is the difference in it. Like she said, you get when you buy the kit versus buying just the papers and stickers, you don't get everything the same. So, in this one, all we get is the one sticker sheet. Um, Papers are pretty much the same. I think she said that there were a few other papers in the other kit. I don't have the kit. I only have these. So I'll show you what we get. We get, I think, 3 of each. So double-sided here. Um, you get the, oh, I think it's 4 of each because this is the one I had used. And then, yep, 4 of each of 3 different double-sided ones. So a little bit different in what you get with the papers. And the other thing you want to keep in mind, I'm going to grab it. I think it's here. I also bought the coordinating two-sided papers to go with this. Now you can buy them as individual colors, or you can buy a pack that matches the kit. So I bought the pack that matched the kit. But if you're not buying the kit itself, which would include the background ones, it includes the extra elements, like she said, and things like that, you'll want to make sure you get the 3 different parts if you don't already have them. So we are going to be I'm also using, so this is an extra thing whether you're doing the kit or not. Most of them have a stamp set and dies that you can get. So this is the Everyday You and Me stamp set, and then the matching dies that go with it. And it has a lot of really great sayings for scrapbooking. So this is really great. But it's also great for cards. So if you didn't see my card that I posted on my page the other day, I will share that with you as well. So we are going to get started, but I am using the stamp set and dice to go with this. And if you know me, you know I prefer a double page layout. So most cases, I use the same color. I decided to go a little bit different with this one, and I'm using the 2 coordinating colors, which I believe this is Lost Lagoon and Pretty Peacock. And like she had mentioned before, they are two-sided, so the other side is a little bit different. I believe I've gone with the darker side on both of them here. You could mix and match. What's fun about these is you can like tear the edge. These are great to add onto a page as well. You can tear them. It's got a white core on the inside, so you can get some cool effects. They're also really cool to emboss. It gives you a cool effect on that. But we are going to mostly be focusing on the paper. So I've already cut a piece of this designer paper. I believe I did it 3 by 12, if I remember correctly. We can double check here, but I'm pretty sure I did it 3. Yeah. So we're just going to attach that on to my page here. And then I'm going to be pulling in my stickers. So I'm going to tell you I did cheat a little bit. And let me show you what I did. I rolled it over here. Sorry. Um, I made copies of this sticker sheet and I cut pieces out. I did it for 2 reasons. The first main reason was because I wasn't quite sure what I was going to lay out for scrapbooking and designing here live, well, not live, but on video. I didn't want to pre-do it. And so, but I wanted an idea of what I was going to do. And the other is sometimes you don't want to stick these like right on to your page. You're not quite sure what you want to do. It allows you to kind of place the elements. So you can see I had it just cut where I placed it. So I kind of knew what I was putting where without actually attaching it to the thing. Sorry, I didn't get that very straight. I want to make sure it's straight. I'm just kind of lining it up with the thing. And I did go over the edge on that one a little bit. So, um, I mentioned this last time, but I like to use uh, about 3 by 3 or whatever. I just use a piece of paper to indicate where my photos will be when I'm kind of laying out the design. So I did add some additional paper to create this. I added some very vanilla and some whisper white to create this page. So that was just some additional ones. So this I have going here. And then one of the other things I brought in to use is the textured note dies. I love this die set. It has, I'm going to just take it out so you can see a little bit better. It has just really cool, like different frames that you can do. You can line them up so that they lay in each other. I did a card recently that I did that with. I don't think I have it here easy to show you, but you can check out my Facebook page or my Instagram. I shared it on there recently, or actually my YouTube because I did a video on there as well. But I just love them, and so it worked perfect to use the love every moment in this stamp set. So just so you're aware, color-wise, I'm using what is exactly in here, which is the wild wheat. This one is one of the in colors that just retired. I believe a lot of the product is still available on the last chance. The gray granite, pretty peacock, pecan pie, and lost lagoon. Honestly, if you don't have this one though, you can still do plenty of things without using that, but I did choose to use it. So I've used the frame and I've stamped that, and we're going to be placing it down in this corner here. We're just going to place it kind of about right here. And then this is where the fun part gets. So I pre-did all of this because you don't need to see me stamp and die cut all of these, but I just stamped a whole bunch of different ones. So I stamped these in each different colors. You can do whatever you want. This one right here, it is actually the same. I stamped it dark and then I stamped off to get a little bit different color there. But the big thing that I'm going to do here is I'm just going to create a fun little collage. And I found the easiest way to do this is using the mini glue dots because I can just place them kind of here. I'm going to move these out of the way. So I'm going to be starting with this one, and I'm going to be going over this little corner right here. I'm going to move this so you can see a little bit better maybe. So I'm going to be kind of going right here. So one of the things when I'm doing this, because this is similar color to this, I want to make sure that some of these other ones are going to be here to give me some contrast. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a glue dot on the top of these ones because I want them to kind of go back behind here. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one. So I'm kind of layering things up without actually attaching them. Also, the glue dots allow you to kind of move them a little bit if you want to. And this one's dark enough that I can add it to the back here. And then I'm just going to start adding some of these leaves in. And there's two different style of leaves. So I've done kind of both of them in here. I'm just kind of trying to somewhat make a corner frame that's going to go right here. And then to finish that off, we're just going to grab some dimensionals and we're going to pop it up with some dimensionals. And I think we're going to add a couple of these ones back here. Now, if I wanted to give it more dimension, I could have added some to make this one pop up. But because it's a scrapbook page, I don't want it to go too far. I did forget one other thing I wanted to do. I wanted to add some ribbon back behind it. So thankfully we can, excuse me, sorry, I have been sick with a cold all week, which is why I'm a little behind getting this posted today. I have not been feeling the greatest. I'm going to add some mini glue dots. So I do apologize for coughing. I'm gonna spread that out just to give it a little bit of extra back behind it. So this one, before I put this one down, I am grabbing some more of my stickers. So I'm going to be grabbing this one and I want to place it just like right underneath here. So that's why I haven't put this one down yet. And I'm going to be going, make sure it's straight there. And then I am going to add this little heart here just off to the side. Actually, I am going to pop that up. You may have seen Linda show you this, where you can just use the embossing powder to get the sticky off of it. And that will allow you, sorry, I'm going to grab another thing of dimensionals. Maybe. Here we go. That will allow you to be able to stick a dimensional to the back of it if you want to. So I can pop that up a little bit. So sorry. Then I can add some adhesive to the back of this one. And place it down as well. And I do have just a little bit more. I have one more flower. This is the same thing I stamped off, and I got this one here. Now, you have plenty of room to do some journaling if you want here, but you could also do a different color here of paper, and instead of having 3 pictures, you could do some journaling. Trying to decide. I thought I had decided where I wanted it. I think I'm going to put it in that top corner. Again, I'm just putting some dimensionals there so it pops it up and it allows it to stay off so I can slide that picture up underneath when I have my pictures to add to the page. So there's our first page. Pretty simple and easy using the elements from the kit along with the stamp set and dies. So now we're going to move on to our second one. So this paper, I need to pull the paper out so you can see it, the full paper on here. Wrong one. I want you to see this full paper because it is pretty cool paper. So it has just this awesome design in it. And I will be honest, I cut it so that I took, so I got some of each of this and kind of cut this part off here. So I cut roughly in here. So I cut this and then I cut that because I wanted some of that brown to be brought in over on this one as well. So you don't have to cut exactly how the paper is. Take the parts that you want. And we're going to add some more stickers here. So I'm going to grab these ones right here, a little bit tricky, and I'm going to put them on. I probably should have put the bottom one first. That's okay. We'll grab this one. And I am going to actually kind of do them so they're not even, if that makes sense. So they're going to get a little bit longer with each one here. See if I can get them on straight. I know Linda's great. She uses her ruler. I am more of an eye it type girl. I like them straight, but for the most part, I don't always use the ruler. Okay, I want to go a little bit lower on that one. So I just want it kind of like a waterfall effect, and I'll just cut those off to finish that off there. And then, let's see, I'm going to set this aside for a second. So I have cut a piece of the very vanilla out using the very largest of the dies here. And I'm using that as my photo background. And so my photo will actually be 4 3/4 by 3. I wrote that wrong. 3 1/4. Sorry. So you can take a 6 by 4 and cut it down, or like I had mentioned in my first video, a lot of times I take them and have them all printed at once, and I make the picture the size I want it to be. So this one is going to be going about right here, if I remember right. I moved them off of my thing. Now I have to remember where I had them. And this one's going to be going up roughly right here. So I have a whole pile again of my flowers. And so this time I have 2 of these bigger ones, and we're going to do the same thing. Where did my mini glues out go? Sorry, I move things around and then they disappear on me. I dropped them. Okay, well, I guess we're grabbing out a new box because I don't know what I did with them. They're probably right here, but that's okay. Thankfully, I have more. So again, we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to start by kind of layering. Now, these two, I probably am going to pop up a little bit more. I haven't decided for sure. I don't know, probably not, because otherwise we get too thick for our books. So let's see. Just hurry and add some glue dots here. And right here. Okay, we're not going to lose it this time. And again, we've got the darker out here, so I'm going to kind of try and put some of these other colored ones so that they kind of go around, and we're creating kind of that corner frame again. So we want it to turn just a little bit because we want it to kind of create that frame around the corner. And I've lost the glue. And of course you can adjust that however you need to make it work around that corner. So we're going to go ahead and attach this here. And we'll go ahead and attach this one as well. making sure I leave plenty of room for my flowers going here in the corner. And we are going to add the ribbon. I didn't lose that one. Oh, we've got a sticky on the back here. It was trying to hide. All right. So I'm going to stick those here. Maybe we'll add a little bit more sticky. There we go. And we'll throw in a few dimensionals here to pop that up around not only the ribbon, but so that it's not on the picture. And I want that ribbon to go out a little bit more. Maybe. I might. Yep, we're going to have to adjust that ribbon a little bit. That's okay. Didn't quite wrap it out enough. And let's see. I'm going to go double here and double here so that it comes out where I want it to, maybe. Hopefully that will work. So I want to be able to see it when I put my flowers on. There we go. And that can tuck up underneath there. And then we can attach this one. Down here. And this is just kind of my reminder for what I'm going to do there. And then I'm going to grab this. I liked this one because it allows me to add some journaling to the page as well. And then which one did I want to do? I think I was going to do this little heart, but actually I'm going to double. I'm going to do this one and then pop this one up here. Now, I could have added some more if I wanted to. I could have stamped, on this background some, but I wanted to keep it fairly simple. The one other thing I am going to do is I want to add just a little bit of bling because I just like having that little bit of extra. Not quite sure where I want them. These ones are kind of big, but I like them. So there we go. Quick, simple, using the Everyday You and Me stamp set and dies along with the papers. And you can see I still have a lot of stickers that I can use to finish creating more pages. If I was creating an album and wanted to do multiple different pages, lots more that I could add to this. Still plenty of places for pictures. If you wanted a bigger photo, you could do a bigger photo here. Just kind of depends on what you want to do. Really, a lot of scrapbooking has to do with your needs, personalizing it for what your pictures are, what your needs are. I did want to show you the card. So remember this paper that I had here. I had enough that I was able to cut that frame in the back, the love every moment, and add the flowers up along that and add the ribbon. And then inside I flipped that paper over just so I had the inside. So again, super easy. You can use the elements and the papers and everything for scrapbooking just as easy as you can for a card. So I really encourage you to check out this kit, check out the other kits that we have. Um, We have a lot of really great kits that you can use for all your different needs. But as we've shown you before, you can also uh, just use stamps and whatever to create your own projects, your own scrapbooking. So remember to follow us. Up next is Amelia. We did switch weeks this week. She was going to be out of town and asked me to switch with her. Um, and then next month, the fifth week, I'm not quite sure what we're doing because there is a fifth week this month. We'll let you know on that one. But next month, I believe that we are featuring all of the new in colors. So that will be really fun to see what everybody comes up with on that. Remember, you can check out Amelia, Linda's, and Rachel's pages for other scrapbooking ideas and other episodes of Scrapped. I will have the other links on there for you. So thanks again for joining and have a Stamptastic day. Bye bye.